before I forget. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Recording in progress. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go through how I've gotten the most rock stars. Number one, step number one, be yourself is number one. You got to be yourself. You got to be honest. You got to be truthful. You got to be yourself. You got to be willing to put yourself out there, and you have to believe in the vision. You have to believe in it just like as much as Amanda and I do. Like that's the bottom line. So if you don't have that belief yet, borrow our belief and share it. Like honestly, that's why like these opportunity calls are so important because like you're able to share other leaders' belief that you maybe don't have yourself yet. Like because you're like, okay, well, I haven't seen a ton of success yet. That's okay. That's okay. You have met a bunch of amazing people and you have met a bunch of awesome friends and you are showing up for yourself every single day at 10 a.m. now and doing this call. And you have noticed that, you know, you have more people viewing your stories. That is huge. And like, don't think that it's only about a dollar amount because I think I'll tell you, for the first 7 months that I was here, sorry, I got cotton mouth like a MFer. You know me. But for like the first 6 months I was here, Amanda and I are both crazy VIP recruiting like machines. Why? Because we came from a company that was like sell, 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 sell. There was no reason for us to recruit. We did not get compensated for recruiting people. So recruiting people was more of a hassle to me than it was like a benefit to me. So then when I came here, I already had that sell, 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 sell mentality. And Amanda and I, not that Amanda's not on the leaderboard now, she totally is, but Amanda and I were on the leaderboard for month after month after month after month. And then we kind of both fell off. And I definitely am still not on the leaderboard. I still have fallen off. However, I decided to switch my mindset a little bit. And Amanda has had amazing success with some viral TikToks. And I think that's why she's been able to keep her numbers the way that they have. She's really, really great on TikTok. If you haven't watched her TikTok lives on the Gummy Gang and all the things that she's done, you really should because hers are definitely taking off. But if that wouldn't have gone viral, Amanda, if you want to unmute yourself for a second, do you think that you still would be getting those 54 enrollments like a month, like real talk?
No, honesty, the thing is though, I feel like with TikTok, it's one of those things where you have to be consistent and you have to, obviously, like we've talked about, stick to your niche, do all of those things. There's a lot of residual that comes through now from even older TikToks, but no, these are all the sales that I'm getting. Like I was #1 last month because of TikTok. Like I have not been on Facebook at all because I can't be on Facebook. And literally, like I'm not even joking. I'm literally one post away from being reported, which while we're on this live right here, I just want to say this really, really quick, you guys. Facebook is cracking down really, really hard right now on anything marijuana, hemp, CBD, anything like that. CBD, yes, CBD.
Yeah.
When you are making your posts, keep those out of it for right now. Your lives, talking, even in Messenger, in the chat, do see with the little bumblebee D if you're going to say it. Otherwise, voice memo it, because they are just cracking down hard. And we've seen multiple leaders lose their accounts recently, like top leaders in the company, and it's not something that I want to happen to you guys. I am personally flagged right now as well. So that's why I have been for a while. I'm one post away from having my account removed. So that's why you've seen me posting a lot less on Facebook. And I've been concentrating on other networks because I don't have a choice. But like Darnell said, if that wouldn't have gone viral, like I would probably be trying to do something else. Like I was in the recruitment mindset in the beginning for a long time. And we had like 70 people join the team in like 3 months. It was nuts. And I think that when you focus your mindset, it's either you're customer driven, you're rockstar driven, you can beat both. Like you can definitely beat both. And I think that Darnell is really good at that. So that's why I think that this training was just huge. And I really wanted her to do it because obviously I've been good at building a team, but I have definitely been very just lucky with and very customer focused and TikTok driven recently. That's why I'm 100% on TikTok. That's where all my focus is. That's why I've been able to generate the leads and the sales from that, is just because that's the only place I'm at.
Yeah. And with you saying that, honestly, that is where I kind of started to find all of my rock stars, because like Facebook is great. I got a lot of my customers because, again, I already kind of had a following. I was already selling things on social media. So a lot of my diehard customers were like, okay, I trust you. I'm going to try this stuff. So for the first 6 months that I was here, like I took all of my customers and went from selling clothes to them and signed them up like to buy products from me here. And they all reorder and it's great. And I have enough reorders every month to pretty much get me to Ruby on my like own without having to have new VIPs, which is honestly my ideal like spot for every single person on this team. If you can have enough in reorders to get you to Ruby, anything above that is just freaking golden, right? So I figured out that Facebook is a lot of like my older people. Yes, I'm finding newer people there, but how I'm finding them is on TikTok. Okay. TikTok is everything. So when Amanda says like she's doing the success she's had from TikTok, I honestly have too, because you're able to just find people faster somehow. So Amanda also said, find your niche. Like for a long time, I can post sex dummy videos all day long. They're not going to go viral for me. They're just not. Why? Because I'm on Canna TikTok. That's what I'm on. I'm not on marriage TikTok. I'm not on any of that. As much as I want to be, I'm not. So I need to call a spade and like own what my niche is. So yesterday, I told Jenny this yesterday. Number one, my niche is like comedy and smoking weed and women empowerment. That's really like the three things that I notice really do well. And when I duet people that like say something controversial, those shits blow up. They really blow up. So what I've noticed is that from those niches, I needed to be more specific. A lot of people that are like stoner moms that are at home, they're stay-at-home moms too. And they just want to belong somewhere. And they just want an extra $500 a month in their pocket. So I started to look at some of the people that follow me and are always commenting on mine. I started looking at their page and commenting on their stuff just to reciprocate because it helps to build your algorithm. But what I realized is that like, damn, these girls all need community. So I really need to start like posting about like the community and how I'm able to like work from the beach. And like, so my TikTok for the next week, I'm going to focus on like our retreat. But what I was thinking about and what I told Jenny yesterday, I was on the phone with her, is that I'm in the car line every single day. I'm going to do car line chronicles every single day. Some days I'm going to have products with me. Some days I'm going to be funny bitching about this fucking lady that cut me off. But at the end of the day, if I consistently do it every single day, people are going to show up every single day waiting to see what Darnell said in her car line chronicles, because like it could be her popping off on somebody, like whatever. Today it was like, I didn't show my vape. I didn't blow any smoke, but I was doing like a video, like dancing. And I said, like, when you hit your vape too hard in the car line, and I started like choking, like, and coughing ridiculously. And I'm like, if you need a mom pen, let me know. And it's kind of gone. It's already had like over 1,000 views. Like it did really well. I've already got like 12 people that are like, send me info. And I've got 2 women that are like, I'm buying them tonight. I'm like, cool. I don't know if they will, but hopefully they will. They told me $50 is a great value. I was like, look at that. Like that really worked. But the other thing that I realized really worked was like saying things like, I don't know why, but posting from the beach, people love that. I don't know why. Posting by the water, if you're like taking my, working outside today, like I talk a lot about like women empowerment, like, and just like making sure you feel good too. And how cannabis helps to make me feel good. So it all kind of incorporates itself, right? So you could just go outside and just be like working from a different place today. I'm so blessed to be able to be in an industry that promotes plants over pills. And I put the little emoji signs. I don't actually type any of that. And time freedom and lets me make my own schedule, and, helps me to like put gas in my car so I can go out and like do these things, like whatever. It's a stupid like TikTok, but it takes off. So I'm going to just show you mine. So you guys can, I'm going to reclaim host here. Okay. I'm going to show you like my screen, and I'm going to show you this TikTok that I made today. Okay. So these are my car line chronicles that got almost 2,000 views, right? So this one, where was the one that did really well recently?
Are they on the thing? Maybe on the screen, Darnell, that you have turned off?
Oh shoot. Yeah, I didn't turn it on yet. I have to find it anyways. Thank you. Let me do that. Share my screen. You the best. Screen broadcast. Start broadcast. 3, 2, 1. Okay. There we go. Cool. All right. So okay, this one did pretty well. This one had 5,000 views.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there. Ooh.
Simple, right? Okay. So then I have 140 comments. Anyone that dropped more info, please. Me all day. Like all of these people, these are all potentials. I reply to every single one of them. Like that's important. I reply to every single one of them. And here's the thing, when I heart it, I know that I've messaged them. I don't heart it until I send them a message. So what I do is I'll click this person's name. If they're friends with me already, they follow me, I click message, and then I send them my script. I wave at them. Hey, boo, thanks for commenting my video. You could 100% do this with me. I'm looking for new teammates all the time. People who are passionate about time freedom and plants over pills. Yep, that's definitely me on all her story. That's amazing. Congrats. I make her feel good. I'm being honest with her, and I tell her what we do. Yes, absolutely. More information, please. Are you on Facebook? So then she found me. I think she found me on Facebook. I'm pretty sure she found me on Facebook at some point. But the whole point is that, okay, if you're utilizing Glance at the Gummy Gang, it is a fantastic group. I don't want to discourage anybody from using it at all in any way, shape, or form. However, it's easy to lose people in there that you add. There's a ton of people. So when you're putting your people in, if you're not friends with them on Facebook and stuff like that, you can lose them. So pretty much what I would suggest, if you have not hosted a party for yourself yet, get with your upline, whether it's me, Amanda, and we should host a party for you. And then that group that we host the party in will then become your new VIP group. And that will be your new information group that you can funnel people into. Why do I tell you to do this? Because last night for our opportunity call, our little Jenny and I hosted one ourselves because we have so many people that are interested. So we decided to do one ourselves. And the great part about that is that I went to the invite that I made and I invited every single person that I added to that group. I specifically targeted those people to the live last night. And we had 15 people watching at one point, which is pretty good for me on Facebook for the most part. I don't get that a lot these days. But I think it's because we were very targeted about it and we know where our people are. And then there was a ton of people that I added to Glance too that I've lost. I've lost completely. As much as I love the group, I've lost them. I forgot about them. I moved on. So I highly suggest you create your own group. I highly suggest you create your own funnels. So the way that I answer these people quickly and easily is obviously through boards. So I go here, I go to send a message, you click this little globe at the bottom and it pops up here. So the Gummy Gang Guide is where we had started. This has all sorts of different tips. And then I created one for myself called Mogul Moves. I've got a TikTok funnel. I've got a libido funnel. I've got all of my microsites. I have all of my direct links for people to shop from my items. They're all right here. I have TikTok responses. I respond to people in the comments. I save my responses here so I don't have to type them out over and over and over again because that shit's time consuming. It takes a lot of time, right? So pretty much I created funnels that sound like me, and this is they sound the way I talk. I'm not going to give you my funnels specifically because they need to sound like you. They need to be in your lingo. If you don't say, hey, boo, then you shouldn't be using my lingo. You should say whatever it is that you say. Not that one, this one. Okay. So this is what it's there. Hey, boo, thanks for commenting on my video. You can 100% do this with me. I already showed you guys that one. Next one, when they say what do you do? I work for a company called Ariel. It's already saved there. And all I have to do is click that button and it puts all that text right into this conversation right there. There it is. I click that button and there it is. Perfect. Okay. So that's done. And I don't have to type anything out and it saves your time. Okay. So then My biggest thing is getting them onto Facebook. Once you get them onto Facebook, like I said, you can keep track of them a lot easier. Are you on Facebook? That's the next thing I ask. I'd love to add you to my testimony so I can send you back. And I give them my name. They follow me. Facebook then will notify me that I got a new person that follows me. I go to their profile. I friend them immediately. I friend them. And then I go and I message them. And then when I find them on Facebook, I say, yay, you found me. Here's a link to the testimony group. Let me know once you are in and I'll tag you in some stuff, right? Perfect. So they do that. If they tell you on TikTok that they are not on Facebook, I created this for myself. I say, no worries. I have everything you need to know in this Google Doc. Just copy and paste it into your browser. So you send that first, and then you send the link itself. I created a Google Doc that has a breakdown of all of our products and all of our joining options with all of my information. I'll show you real quick. I'm happy to share my template. Who is Ariel? I've got a picture of all of us. Get paid to scroll social media. I made this whole thing. Hear from the CEOs. This will take you to the YouTube video with Travis and Kristen. This is all of our products, breakdown and recommendations. Tinctures. I broke it down, kind of told you what a detox, weight loss, broke everything down. So if you're not on Facebook, I got everything right here for you. No problem. And the great part about making a Google Doc is like, you have to, sometimes you can turn on a setting that collects their emails. As they like enter your document, it collects their emails. So that's a way for you to get them on another level that you didn't have them. Okay. So then at the bottom here, I got joining options. I put the picture there. And then this is like a couple different ways we get paid. The deets about the company, how to become a rock star. Okay. View our products. This takes them right to my website. And then these are all of my like handles here. Okay. I highly suggest you guys make something like this. Take the time. Because it helps. There's a lot of people not on Facebook anymore, a lot. And then once they, like I said, once they find me on Facebook and they go to my testimony group, which this is what it is, I'll take you there. All right. Oh, let me not do it that way. Let me do it through Facebook just so you can see it. It's very basic. I share other people's testimonies in it. I share my own testimonies in it. I'm not like running a lot of parties or anything like that in it. I'm posting my reels in it. This is like one of the reels, but I'm smoking the vape. But I wouldn't post that on TikTok, smoking the vape. I wouldn't. I only post that on Instagram and Facebook because they won't flag you for it. But TikTok will flag me for that. So I wouldn't post you smoking anything on TikTok in any way, shape, or form. But these are some things that I posted here. At the very top of this group, on my featured post, I have one of our Gummy Gang opportunity calls right there. I'm a part of it, which is also great. So people see my face. They're like, oh shit, she's like on these calls too. Okay, maybe she's somebody. They don't have to know that like, it doesn't matter what level you're at. You're on one of these calls. Like they're like, shit. Even if it's just you, like me and Jenny last night, they're like, oh damn, look, these girls are running this call. Like, look at them. Like they must be somebody. It was just us being us, running it for us, you know? The next thing I have here is our product breakdown, the same thing that I have in that Google document. So when people join this group, I tag them in this post and I also send them a link to this post, which I also have saved in my boards. So that is right there. Once they're in the group, I say, I saw you accepted the invite because I have to approve them to the group. So I see that they're in. And then it says, this is a post that breaks down all of our products. I'm happy to share my favorites with you. I send them that one. I send them the joining options post. Again, all our joining options. And then I send them this. This is a quick video and that has our latest opportunity call. And then I also say, I know I sent a ton of stuff at once, but if I don't send it all now, I'll get stoned and forget, which is very me. And people like that and they appreciate the honesty. And I'm like, take your time going over all of it. I'm happy to answer any and all questions that you have. And then I usually send them a voice clip after that. So when Amanda was saying earlier, I don't know if it was this call. I think you were, about people want to hear your voice. So like sending like voice clips about how excited you are about the company, I think really helps me to seal the deal at the end of the day. It's like, girl, you have got to join us here. Like we are traveling like all over the place. We're going to Margaritaville. Like we're going to have a trip. Like we're going to go to the Keys, like, you know, this fall, you know, just like say all these like things that are fun. But you also have to figure out their love language a little bit. So if money's their love language, get excited and talk money. But if like they came to you looking for community because your post was about like, if you've always felt like you don't have a team of people that have your back, like you belong here with me, like, and make a TikTok about that. And if that's why people are coming to you, then you can be like, talk about the community with them in a voice clip, but you want them to hear your excitement a little bit. And I think that that's really how I end up closing a lot more of my rock stars, is because I send that. Another thing is that like most people are not going to close with you right away. I'm going to stop the broadcasting. Okay. So people are not going to close with you right away. They're going to watch you for a while. They're going to watch you for a hot minute. Jenny had told us all like this morning that she had somebody watching her like for the last year, and she decided to order today. Okay. And it's been a year. So the problem with people is that they're nervous to spend their money on something that may not work. They don't know enough about the product. They're nervous. They're all the things, right? They're all the things. So realistically, if you are just showing up every single day, they're going to see that you're showing up. And if you funneled them from TikTok to Facebook, they're just going to start popping up. They're going to have a birthday. And guess what we do in the Blitz almost like 4 or 5 times a week? We send birthday messages. You're going to get in their inbox at some point. They're going to come back to you at some point. And I just think that it's more about getting them to your main platform. And and I think Facebook is really the main place right now, because we can't really do groups on like Instagram, right? Like there's no, like, you can't have a group. You can't do any of that like anywhere else besides Facebook. If they don't want to be on Facebook, I don't have an answer for that yet besides the boards. The boards is a great way for us to get plugged in. The other thing about, I think a lot of you might be scared about getting new rock stars because you don't know what to do once they start. The greatest part is about like the boards app is that like we've created between the Gummy Gang and like the one that I created for my team, which I'm happy to share like with everybody. I'm happy to share with your team too, Amanda, if you want. It literally tells you everything that you need to know, whether you're on Facebook or not. Groups to join. These are all Facebook groups and our Telegram chats. Other boards to join, right? Our weekly schedule right here. So this is all of our stuff. This is our Boss Blitz calls. And if you want a text reminder about the Boss Blitz calls, I have that set up so people can, get that set up. Like I have every little thing they could possibly need to know about how to log in, how to order for themselves, how to send your link to other people, how to find your microsite. So every little thing is there. So if you are nervous about signing up a Rockstar and telling people that they can do this too, and it's very easy and duplicatable, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to A, ask me for help, B, ask Jenny for help, C, ask Amanda for help, ask anybody for help that's been here and is a leader. We will help you. We will help you through all of it. Don't be afraid. We have the belief in you, even if you don't have it in yourself right now. But I'm telling you, TikTok is where you're going to find your people faster, because it's very niche down, and it's people that like are interested in you already. And same thing with reels. I feel like the reels that pop up are things that you're already interested in. Like I look at my husband over his shoulder, and all of his reels that pop up are golden retriever videos. It's borderline like it's ridiculous. Like all golden retriever videos. So like what he looks at. That's what he looks at all the time. So golden retriever shit pops up on his feed just because that's what he's always looking at, And like my TikTok is a lot of weed videos because I talk about weed a lot, and a lot of empowerment videos because I like to talk about women empowerment a lot too. So, but I do think like if you have people that, the other great part about setting up your funnels, this was the one other thing I wrote down here that I didn't want to forget. The good part about setting up your funnels is that you can go back to your messenger and just hit one of your funnels. Like the one that you said, yeah, like here's a group, or here's the link to join my testimony group. And it's going to pull up every conversation you've ever had with anybody that you sent that to. So if you're consistent and you send the same conversation, like the same steps to all these people, you can easily search your chat then and follow up with them. I don't care if it's been 6 months. If you haven't said no to me, leave me alone. I am going to keep sending you an opportunity call every single week. I am going to keep, and I'll say to people, I'll follow up on like a Monday and be like, hey girl, if I'm annoying you, just let me know. I just want to keep sharing with you. When you're ready, I'm here. I don't push anybody. I do not pressure anybody to come here. I incentivize them. I say like, hey, you can join for free until the 13th, but you can only lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know, like at the end of the day, you can just keep pushing and keep telling. It's not pushing, it's just keep showing up for them, keep getting in their inbox. They're either going to sign or they're going to tell you they're not interested, or they're just going to end up buying as a customer at some point. That's the reality of it. So don't give up on yourselves. I think that like that's really like that's really like it. I created my funnels for success. Amanda, you got something else you want to pop
I
in?
was going to say what you just said to that too, and to continue to message people, I think is huge, because I was in my head from that for so long. I'm like, I'm not going to just keep that. They're not even I mean, it shows that they're reading it, but they're not responding. You guys, how many messages and emails and texts and things do we get from all of these hundreds of places that we shop at? If we didn't want them anymore, we'd hit stop, right? In the
Unsubscribe.
message. So we stopped getting them, or unsubscribe, right? But we haven't done that because we might not be ordering today, or we might not need it today, but we still want to get the messages and we still want to get the updates. Think of everybody in that exact same way. Okay.
Yep.
If they don't want it, they're going to tell you to stop, or like, I'm not interested.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Feeling like that, like something that I've really started doing personally, just to chime in on this, because I get in my head about that too. And then I try to remember how many times I literally leave a half-written text message to somebody that was really freaking important, because my child's almost fallen off the couch. And by the time I finish saving them, the other one spilt something. And the next thing I know, I don't remember where the hell I've gone. My phone's gone dead. And then I get a phone call, and then that like screen isn't even up anymore. And I've gone squirrel brain, and it's 2 weeks later. And I'm like, oh my God,
Shit.
I never even sent such and such the picture of the glow getter. What have I done? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like, totally squirrel out on you. My life is insane. And my children tried to dive bomb off the back of the furniture the last time we chatted. Like, but everybody's life is like that. And if you're talking to moms, like chances are their life is like that. So every now and again, if I've gone through, like I've written somebody 3 times and they haven't written back, I'm like, look, I know my life is crazy. I'm assuming your life is just as crazy. So like, at least just heart this message when you see it, even if you don't have time to respond. And 9 times out of 10, they do it. And I'm like, okay, good. Like,
it's the
give
truth.
them an easy out, and they'll let you know that like, yes, or please stop reading me. So.
Yeah. Or they'll just block you. I've had a couple of those conversations I went back to the other night, and I'm like, oh, this bitch blocked me. All right. And then I'm like, whatevs. But it is what it is. It's their loss. Like, they didn't want the information anymore. They decided to block me. Peace out. Like, you ain't my cup of tea. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Like, you're doing me a favor at the end of the day. You don't want my info? Great. Perfect. But like most people I say to, like, if I'm annoying you, just let me know. I'm just going to share the information, because the more knowledge is power. I say that to people a lot. Like, knowledge is power. The more you know. I think that it's not pushing them. It's just like encouraging them to watch. And when they're ready, they'll be ready. Like, like I said, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. And Dawn Flaherty, like, she started saying to herself last year, like, I do not chase, I attract. What is meant for me will find me. And I am a firm believer in that. I am not going to chase you down. If you want to be here, you will fucking be here. That's the reality. You'll sign up at some point. You'll watch me long enough and you'll be like, that's it. I've had enough FOMO. I'm fucking in. I'm in, and it might happen.
And you'll show up in the videos. You'll show up in the chats. You'll show up in the things, because I had to learn that the hard way too. Then I was brought on all these rock stars and things. And it was like half of them, or 3/4 of them, just didn't do anything. And then I was in my head about it. You can't get in your head. You can't chase them. You can't drag them. If you want this, you go for it. We are all here.
You're either going to plug in or you're not. That's it. Like, you all show up and you all plug in and you all show up on the blitz calls. It's because you want this, like, I know our team calls are new and we're like, trying to be consistent. And I know that Amanda and I really didn't consistently show up, for a while. And we recognize the error of our ways, and we have made sure that, like, we're showing up. We're doing all the things. We are going to.
I have no idea what to do either. We're just like you guys. We're like brand new at this. We've never been leaders before. Like, this is new.
Like, I've led people in a restaurant. That's about it. Like, so this is a very different ball game for sure. And I do believe that being real, being authentic, sticking to like your niche and your beliefs and your core beliefs, and just sprinkling in the products, that's how you end up selling them. That's it. Like, that's it, you know, like, and it will happen. It will happen. You will find it. Sometimes you just got to give it time. Don't get discouraged with yourself. We've got 4 minutes left before this thing ends, and the opportunity call is going to start in 10 minutes, which is perfect timing. It gives you some time to, if they missed the call last night, invite them. The one that we did last night, invite them. If this is a perfect like chance. I think Christina will speak to a lot of people. I think that her story is pretty powerful. I think she's going to talk about like coming from like, you know, next to nothing and like not having any sort of money, and they kind of took a chance on this. So I do think that if you have people that are like, things are expensive, like just copy the link and get in your messenger and send people the direct link in their messenger. Because sometimes also when you tag them on things in Facebook, like in the live, while it's great to tag them, they won't see it. It like won't notify them. People tag me in things all the time. They're like, I tagged you. I'm like, I didn't get that. So I would just like be leery of that. If you send a direct link in their messenger, A, it helps to boost your algorithm just because you're getting into your messenger. And B, they can't say like they didn't see it. Fuck you, it's right here. You saw it. Like I sent it to you. There ain't no playing, you know? So that's my suggestion. And like I said, share the free onboarding. We've got until Saturday at midnight. And I think we can crush it. I really do. We've done such a great job so far this month. And I think that we're going to end this month really strong. I got nothing but belief in that. So anything else, Amanda? Jenny, anything else? We good?
I was just going to say, you guys use the funnels, use the things that Jenny Kane created, that Darnell created. I'm still working on that product one. As soon as the kids are in school next week, you're going to see that product one, not just show all the ingredients, but which products go with those. And it's going to be amazing for you to use. Make it simple for yourself, because when you overcomplicate it and you're having to do all these things, you're making more work. Make it less work. Use these boards, use these features, and it's going to make your life easier.
It is 100%. I actually did a price breakdown sheet too. Which I put on the board. I'll just share the board with Glow Getters too, so you guys can just pop on it, because it really, there's every silly question that a new onboard that they think is silly asks you, I have the answer to there. And every time somebody asks me a question, I'm like, we put this on the boards right now, so I don't have to keep typing this out, because if one person's going to ask me, I'm going to have 100 other people ask me down the road. So I might as well put that there. So, what was I saying? There was somewhere I was going with that. You were saying, shit. What did you just say? It was good. And I can't remember. Well, I lost my train of thought.
Make it easy for yourself.
Yeah, there's my squirrel brain. Make it easy for yourself. The price sheet and this profit sheet. So Jenny and I kind of worked on this. So we have a price sheet that has the CV of each item, the retail price, the VIP Rockstar price. And then on the second tab, we have what you'll make on each item at each rank. So like if you've got somebody that's super red and they want to see like money and stuff like that, we've got it all set up for you. We can be like, this is what you make on each product. This is the things you should like, this is where you make the most money. And you can see that like, there's a significant like difference between being gold and platinum. You make a crazy amount more money. And when people can look at that and they're like, damn, I got to come in platinum. So that was like why we decided to do that too. Okay, we have less than a minute. I love you all. I hope you have a great night. Get people on the opportunity call, and we will talk soon. See you next week.